Now today we're going to do something pretty exciting. We're going to work with DTF to do custom neck labels. Usually custom neck labels can be a real pain in the butt, but we're going to use direct to film on the F2100. We can make as many labels as we want, and the trick to all this is the Tag Along Platen. It's pretty simple to set up. We'll be able to get tags on there, and we're going to do a left chest at the same time, so we're going to get two done at once. There's a few little tricks I learned along the way to make it a little bit easier. There was a few mistakes and stuff, so I'll go over those to make sure it goes down pretty easy for you, but we should be able to get this, no problem. Let's get started. I'm using the Hotronix Fusion Heat Press. Quick change platen makes things real easy. Pop the old one off. This here is the Tag Along Platen. You can get it on shopmelco.com, link below. It was designed by the guys that make the tuck lock platens for the F2100. It's super convenient. I had to make these labels, so I reckon I'd show you my settings in Illustrator. First, I turn my text to white. Then I always rasterize my raster images to transparent to avoid any issues. With my labels looking good, I'll save it. A quick label, save into the desktop. Export as a transparent background, 300 dpi PNG. TIFF will also work. Since I have extra room on my transfer sheet, I'd like to duplicate the image. Then don't forget to invert your design. That is critical. I really hate when I make that mistake. There's not much to Garment Creator. Then we're just going to print light color t-shirt standard, level 2. Color goes down first, it's super fast. Now we got to lay down the white. Go to dark color t-shirt standard, print quality level 1. The white ink density should be -15. Set your pause between passes to 600, and I reduce the white area to -4. Nice thing about DTF is how little ink is used. You don't want too much white ink. Ink pooling is bad and will distort the design. Watch some of my other videos on the direct to film process in the links below. And while you're there, how about a like and subscribe? The other nice thing about direct to film is you don't have to pre-treat, and you almost always get brilliant results on a variety of fabrics. I like to dry the wet ink just a touch so it settles a little and doesn't run. Be sure to fully cover the image with the adhesive powder. If you miss any areas, that portion of the design won't stick to the fabric well. Shake off any excess powder. Look how good that looks, crisp and clean. I use my heat press to dry the powder at 400 degrees for about 30 seconds. I follow the exact same process for the left chest. Looks great. By the way, you can get all your DTF supplies on shopmelco.com. Alright, now let's set up the shirt on the tag along. Thread it like you normally would, but now we can pull the collar through and place the neck label area on the small 3.5 by 3.5 platen. I prefer tearaway labels. It's easy. We won't be needing that. I said this before in some of my other videos, but I like how easy it is to set up transfers on garments for easy placement, especially the left chest. I can hit my mark every time. It gives me peace of mind. Let me just get that rogue dog hair. Chancho doesn't care, he just wants to eat meat bones and play fetch. First one I applied with a little extra heat, 355 degrees, 15 seconds, medium pressure. It's a little bit tricky pulling the hot transfer through the neck label platen. Be sure it's cool, then peel. The left chest comes off perfect every single time. I found the neck label to be more sensitive. Test it. If the design is not sticking, put it back under the heat press with more pressure. Be sure it's cool, then peel. With almost any type of transfers, sometimes the small edges or the fine details don't stick right away. If you have any stragglers, put it back on the heat press for one more quick smash. Now that looks perfect. And we could back that up with an equally perfect and vibrant left chest. So one of the tricks I figured out is to raise the neck label platen up just a bit to allow for more pressure. I tuck the collar under the shirt, and that gives me just enough elevation for the heat press to engage the design a little more. I also reduced my design by about 1/4 inch. No need to max out the surface area. The left chest comes off perfect, of course. I also increased the pressure. I was about 350 degrees, and I almost maxed out the pressure on the heat press. That seemed to help. For good measure, I'm going to take it back to the heat press for about 5 more seconds. But with these techniques, I think you will see some real encouraging consistency. Well, we got a lot of really good ones, that's for sure. If you do some of the things that I suggest to help make this process go a little bit smoother, I think you'll get some really good results. One, let's make the design just a little bit smaller. Don't max it out at 3.5 inches. Make it 3, that should be fine. 3 1/4. You don't need to go any bigger than that. That's a big neck label. But I love the color, love the detail. Raise the platen a little bit on the tag along. You can either use part of the shirt or put another shirt under it just to be able to get a little bit extra pressure on that. And then we want to bump up the pressure quite a bit too. So you'd be around 350 degrees, almost full pressure. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. Those look really good. What I really like about it is the ability to do quick production. So you're not only doing the neck label, but you're also doing a design at the same time. So you can really fire through stuff quick, which I really like. I like efficiency. So that was a good one. If you have any questions, please let me know. See you next time.